Hello, I am Archivist Saren, and welcome to my study. And I'm a bit late today. I woke up a bit late, but that's fine, probably. Uh, but we are back with some Rimworld, and our main pressing issue today is this thingamawhatsit, the Nochiosphere, and I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing with this. I did look into it briefly a little bit, and people were saying that if there is no attack that is naturally strong enough to, use the sphere on during its time in captivity, because it is not going to stay captive for longer than maybe another week or so. So we need some threat to be here once this activity gets to 100 or to an area where sending the sphere would make it then leave. I don't know exactly what the threshold is, but people did say that you're able to do a couple things about it. Like if we did draw shamblers, then they could be durable enough to wear out the sphere, and then the sphere won't come and attack your people. So that is one thing that you can hope for. I just don't know if at this wealth it'll draw enough shamblers in to actually do what it needs to do. I don't know. People were also saying that you can just use it on like a big raid, so I could hope that we get like a quest that gives us a big mech thing, and then we could end up fighting that. Other people were saying things like, oh, you can just lock all your people in 1x1 rooms, or put them in biosculptors, or send them on caravans, and then they won't die. And it's like, yes, I guess that could work, but I don't feel like that's the best option here. So, it's a little bit of a difficult situation, isn't it? So yeah, but we do still have some time to wait. We only need to know for sure what we're doing once this thing's, gets destabilized and then gets to high activity. Until then, we just can just wait. I'm just hoping we'll find some big, scary quest raid that we can then throw this thing at. But we're just, our wealth just isn't high enough to have, like, immense raids yet. I mean, we have decent-sized raids that put our colony in danger, but we just aren't that big of a fighting force just yet, so we don't have that big of raids. And I'm kind of guessing this thing needs a pretty big raid before it'll actually wear itself out on it. Because, yeah, if I call Shamblers, I doubt I'm going to get more than, like, 12. And, I mean, that's still a lot for my guys to deal with, but I don't know if the Sphere will have any trouble. So, yeah, it's kind of an issue, isn't it? I don't know what we're going to do about the Sphere. I'm just hoping that it works out, because some people were also saying that you can EMP it, but I don't have anything that can EMP just yet, and I don't really want to sit here and make like 5 things of EMP grenades, because that just sounds like a big waste of resources just to fight this thing. Because, I mean, I know some people use EMP grenades and stuff on mechs, but I usually don't, because they adapt to them so quickly anyway, and it doesn't really end up helping you all that much. Ah, so we're making a stomach, and we're working on a stone skin gland. That's good. Our crafting is going along nicely. But this means that we could install the stomach on you. And it's the last implant you need for the time being. And then you will not need to eat very much at all. You'll be like Ebos and Dorna, which will be great for us. I mean, it's not like we're lacking in food for them, but, it's just nice to not have them eating it all the time. And then, of course, you can take the ghoul on missions, because they're not eating every day. So far, all the surgeries on the ghouls have been going swimmingly, which is very nice for us. I mean, we have a good doctor. How much skill you got? 11 medical? Yeah. It's funny because they still don't have any passion in it. It's just, they just started with like 8 medical. But yeah, they've not really failed at any surgeries. We got vitals monitors, hospital beds, sterile rooms. So all in all, it's pretty decent, but still, I kind of would have expected a couple of the surgeries to fail at times. Guess we've just been getting lucky with it. Yeah, 2 days. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. That's gonna be cargo pods, huh? Randy, I don't think... Oh. I mean, I'll take the steel, but I stand by what I was about to say. I don't think a cargo pod is going to help us against the Nochiosphere. That's exactly not what we need here, Randy. It would be very helpful if you could send a big ol' raid at us starving. Oh, because you're feeding the babies. Of course, of course. You know, we should have put a nuclear stomach on you. Well, no, we can't. I forgot. Nuclear stomachs aren't Architect power cores from that mod. They cause cancer. And the only reason we can use them on the ghouls is because ghouls are immune to cancer. That I forgot about that. So yeah, no getting away from having to have food for our actual colonists. Alright, they're just collecting all the steel. Is good. So nothing yet. 1.5 days. I'm just waiting and seeing. I wonder if my ghouls could actually do pretty well against it, because the ghouls are strong. And as I said, the ghouls are kind of set up to be really good against singular tough enemies, and not so much against, like, a big number of smaller enemies. Because, like, when we get the man-hunting raccoons that come in and flood the base with, like, 40 of them, then obviously we're not going to be having a good time. But a big Nochiosphere, my main concern is it's just gonna one-shot each of the ghouls. Because, I mean, they're strong. You know, one of them's a hussar with ghoul plating. Another one is ghoul plating with tough. And Ebos, of course, is tough with ghoul plating as well. So it's like they have some insane damage reduction going on. But I have heard tales that the Nochiosphere is insane and just kills everything in one hit. So I'm a bit scared to test my ghouls against it. We might have to if nothing really comes in time. We'll probably summon the shamblers and try our best, but I'm not too, you know, I'm not too excited about the prospect. Yeah, we'll clear out the... We should just floor this area at some point so we stop having to clear the trees before every ritual. Oh yeah, and I was thinking I could do Void Provocation as well. So I could do Provocation and then draw Shamblers, and then hopefully that'll bring in some random threat and the Shamblers at the same time. Maybe like Chimeras and Shamblers, and that would certainly be enough for this thing. Oh. Oh, and there's a few of them. They're just regular tribe people. I mean, this is the biggest raid we've gotten in a while. And, I mean, unless any of these guys are really good at mining, we don't really need them. Or if any of... I mean, I guess we'd take someone who's tough. Well, let's see. No mining, not tough. You have mining, but chemical interest, so no. You're really good at mining and Night Owl. It's not bad. So yeah, it depends on who survives. If anyone survives the Nochiosphere, then certainly I would be down for, you know, keeping them and having them be a mining tool for us. Alright, I don't know how to do this exactly, but who should activate it? Void, you're our activation person. Location for it to teleport to. I'm guessing they're gonna be like over here by that point, so send it over that way. Are they attacking immediately? No, they're not. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's just gonna appear right on top of them. And then we're just gonna have everyone stay inside for the remainder of this. I don't know if the thing can get inside, but I'm just gonna hope that it cannot, and hope for the best. I don't know what'll happen when it's it kind of just blew that person up. Oh my gosh. it really blew them up. Yeah, I'm starting to see what they mean by it can just kind of one-shot people. You know what? Here's another plan that we must do right now. Why all these stumps are in the way? It's gonna be out there for a little while doing that. So here's the plan. We're gonna get rid of these stumps, and we're going to we could just void provocation, or we could draw shamblers. The shamblers would be more consistent. They would for sure. Oh my gosh, it took out another one. Look at that. It's just a charred corpse left in its wake. Oh my god. Did it just blow up a guinea pig? Was there not actually a person that it was just like, man, screw that guinea pig in particular. Will it just kill random wildlife? If so, then we're perfectly fine. Okay. I'm gonna say void provocation just to hope that it brings something good. Plus, it's free, so we are gonna have you be the invoker, and surprisingly enough, we're only sending you 3 as chanters. We're gonna keep void free because I have another plan. we're doing multiple strategies here. Probably gonna end horribly, but Void, you're coming with me. So if Void goes up here and shoots one of these, it will unleash. Yeesh. What the heck is this? Oh, that's it. That's it targeting its freaking laser. Okay. Sweet mamma jamma. Okay. Well, these 2 are leaving. The rest of them are dead. These guys are gonna do something. Void is gonna come up here and do this. Most of these guys usually just leave the map, even if they're aggressive towards you. So they shouldn't be that big of an issue. They literally none of them are an issue. It's one of these. Yeah, they're not always tough, like guys in armor with wanting to kill you. They're sometimes just random people that are all dead, which is unfortunate. I was kind of relying on this pumping out a bunch of ancient soldiers. Oh, and apparently you're getting affected by the Nochiosphere. That is a very long range. It's still over here fighting this guy. Alright, Void, you're gonna get inside. Hopefully those 2 maybe distracts it. I don't know. Oh yeah, it is fighting wildlife. So, void provocation. You're gonna hide inside just like the ghouls. The ghouls are also, I don't know, where would be the best place to hide? I guess the main room is probably best. Okay, so what is it gonna do next? Onslaught mode for another 60 seconds. It's weird that it's not targeting onto these guys down here. I kind of assumed it would be scouring the whole map looking for threats, but it's just kind of sticking around where it was before. I mean, it's actually heading over towards us or this Mega Sloth. It's more on a Mega Sloth. No, no, it's changed trajectory. That is a little bit of a problem, isn't it? So does it... Alright. I mean, it doesn't have much time left on it. Only 32 more seconds. So this, I believe, will be fine. We need to, I guess, draw it away. Because it seems to be coming after us. I mean, at the very least, the direction it's teleporting seems to be rather in an usward direction. Okay, it has a machine gun now. That's great. Hey, ghouls, can you, draw it the other direction, please? Why is this thing causing us these issues? Okay, Ebos. You guys need to keep backing away. Ghouls, you need to distract it for longer. Okay, and it has departed. Well... First of all, there goes our frickin' crafter again. Nobody else died. Surprisingly, the ghouls were able to tank one of its hits. Just barely. I mean, look at that. They almost lost an arm, a leg, and a torso in one blast. If they lose the torso, needless to say, they don't survive that well. But, yeah, surprisingly minimal, minimal losses for that kind of a situation. These guys are still coming, but I'm pretty sure our ghouls can beat that with one arm tied behind their back. So, that's not an issue. I don't know why the sphere started going after us first, though, and these guys were still down here. Like, that seems like a bit of a douche move, if you ask me. And you two injured ghouls can stay here and try to fight the fire. Same with you. I don't know, maybe we can get a resurrection serum for this guy? You think that's a possibility, ever? I don't know if it would be. But yeah, these guys don't look all that spooky, so we can just send our ghoul in against it, and Void, you can go in as backup. You don't have any cover there. Not the smartest place to be. Can you auto attack things, ghoul? I don't know why you're just standing there. Alright. Who are you and what do you do? Crafting. That's sickly. But crafting. We just lost our crafter. How injured are you? Very injured. What the heck, boy? Boy, what are you doing here? How did you take off their leg, their arm, and their kidney in like 5 shots? How? Just how do you manage that, Void? I'm seriously just bewildered. I mean, sure, it's a charge rifle, but come on. Alright. What about you? No crafting. So if we take you as a crafter, your manipulation is going to be through the floor because your arm is borked. So even if we manage to save you, which I think we could, you know, Paya's right here. She would just have to walk over, grab medicine, walk over here and start tending. It wouldn't be that difficult. But even if, as I said, even if we save you, we'd need a bionic arm before you're actually up to snuff. So that is unfortunate. We might just need to, I don't know, might just need to regenerate this guy, find a resurrection serum or some such, because this person's not going to survive too long, and they wouldn't be that useful, and they're sickly, and sickly is just really bad. Also, they're incapable of dumb labor, although they're actually pretty good at a bunch of other things. You know, good at medical, good at social, intellectual, decent at shooting, which is something that I had just noticed that this guy was lacking, was any kind of combat skill. So let's how do we do this? I think if we do you... Yeah, we can tend without medicine. I mean, that's just asking for infections, but I don't think that we can actually carry her to the hospital and then tend her in 2 hours. That would be rather impossible. What I wouldn't give for a Architect medic arm right now. But once again, we don't have those mods. That isn't how these things go. So, but also, why is it always my crafter that is getting targeted and killed by these things? Why is it always the crafter? Like, out of everything that has ever gone, you know, gone wrong and happened here, it has always been the crafter. Like, think about it. Think back. The child that died, though that was a prospective crafter, we were just like, oh, this child is going to grow up and become our crafter. That was our main plan. Then they die to the cube insanity. Next is the guy that came in as, like, the creep joiner. We were like, oh, this guy will be our crafter. And then he just decides to nope out of the colony at a random point. There goes another crafter. Then this guy joins. I forget how we got him. I think he was part of a raid, and then we recruited him. And of course, he was missing a leg, which is why he died here, because he wasn't fast enough to outrun the sphere. But even so, like, he was supposed to be our crafter, and now he's dead because the game just hates crafters, I guess. I don't even know. Either way, we're gonna get rid of this little enclosure here. And then of course there's this person, and they're very much dying, and they're a crafter. So if you ever find yourself in Rimworld, like physically in the game of Rimworld in real life, do not be a crafter. I'm just warning you now, because the game hates crafters and it will kill you. So there's that. So how can we get you to tend with medicine without carrying this thing to a bed? That is my question. I guess I could put a prison bed here, just as like a sleeping spot, and then have you capture, put you there, have you walk over here to grab the medicine, and then once they're here, you'll grab the medicine and go tend to them, because they'll be imprisoned here. Not the best option, because this room is still dirty and technically outside, but it would be better, because then you'd actually have medicine to be tending with. So that is the plan. Let's do that. I blame you, Void. I totally blame you. You're the one that shot them full of holes. You could have had some restraint. You could have held back a little bit. Don't shoot out 2 of their limbs and an organ. Like, come on. All right, get. Where are you putting them? No, put them here. What are you doing, my man? Capture. Yes, thank you. The bed that is literally 2 inches from your face. Thank you. All right, now you can go tend them. What the heck, Void? Void sees death in 2 hours. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put him in the bed that's a 2-hour walk away. This will go swimmingly for us. All right, you guys are really bad at fighting fires, because I'm not there to like babysit you through it all. Why can none of you stand right here? Just stand in the right place and fight the fires, please. Okay. Yeah, luckily the shot off and destroyed wounds are actually pretty easy to tend. Because they, I don't think when something is shot off, it can be infected. Where are you going? I mean, you're not really a threat or anything, so I'll just let you go. At least the sphere is done for, and Alright, and you are all healed up, so we're just gonna... Oh yeah, I turned this off. Go and get them again. Take them to bed. Oh! Okay, because Alright. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna do stuff without me having you drafted. But yeah, I undrafted this, which just made it go bloodthirsty, and it ran after that other person. That's fine. I was gonna let him go, but... Man. This is a bit of a wild ride, isn't it? So many crafters dead. Like, why the crafters? Okay, you guys can... No, don't stand in the fire. Stand next to the fire. Okay, but the rain is coming, so you guys don't need to do that anymore. Alright, but our ghouls should heal up eventually. They are a little injured from the Nokiosphere, but that's fine. Leopard is left unburied. I think we can just butcher him, right? I don't think we were too horribly connected to him. Why do we have gold in... Is this set to store gold? Or did we butcher something? Yeah, no, it's... Did we butcher something that just had a bunch of gold in it somehow? What would we have butchered that had gold? Where do we even get this from? I don't know. I'm not gonna ask any questions though. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, we can just do colonist corpses. I don't really care. I mean, he can't be left unburied if he is meat. It's very true. Pen not enclosed. Oh, come on. Where are you taking them? To the hitching spot. Oh, that's actually kind of smart. Alright, somebody go and rebuild this, please. Anyone? Yeah, you go do it, boy. So freaking Albuquerque over here, we're gonna need to get them a new arm, which actually... Dang it, everyone's already dead. I was thinking, if we could take another prisoner, then we could surgically remove their arm and put it on this person, I think. But yeah, I don't know if that would actually work too well because we don't have any other people. Also, I'm not exactly sure if you can actually replace a natural arm with another natural arm in this. I don't know, it's hard to remember what happens because of mods and what happens because of just it being a normal interaction in the game. Also, we need more shelves in here. We're running out of space. Of course, I don't even think we need more shelves. I think we just need to sell a bunch of this stuff with the next trade ship that comes through. Because adding more storage space is probably not the right option. Excuse me, can you stop lightninging my base? I'd appreciate it. Empty grave, huh? Does this count? No, that's a full grave. Sad, we'd have to make a new grave for him. Or the ritual spot, maybe? Nope. Sad. It's probably fine. No one liked him anyway, right? Colonist died. Yeah, but I mean, nobody's specifically upset about him. It's just colonist died. They're just like, ah, some colonist. Didn't even know his name, but he's dead. 'Tis unfortunate. But yeah, I would have just sent my ghouls in to distract the sphere if I knew the ghouls could actually survive a blast from it. I honestly didn't think they could. And I am surprised that they survived. So that wasn't really our fault. But at least the sphere's gone. That is the main thing here, and of course we have a new crafter. A much more injured crafter. But, you know, it'll be fine. And this one actually has a passion for shooting. Once we give them the arm to do it, I'm sure that'll go great. Do you think they're well enough to make a bionic arm, by any chance? Additionally, I don't think this can be continued because I think it can only be continued by the same person, so we have to cancel that, which ends up wasting a bunch of materials on it. But, I mean, oh, we also need to cancel this, because he was also working on that. But that's just how it be. So, bionic arm. None of our colonists have the skill. Yeah, they have exactly that much skill, though, so... So yeah, we'll need bionic arm and bionic leg. So they'll make components, make the arm, we'll install the arm, then they'll make more components, make the leg, we'll install the leg at a later time, and then they'll make the stone skin glands for our ghouls. But man, that's, it is very unfortunate. Let's see, first convert, because I don't think they're our religion, no. But we do have you with Word of Trust, so if we increase your desired psi focus to above 60%, then you'll start meditating every so often, and eventually you'll have enough psi focus to use this, and that'll reduce their resistance by a lot. So that'll be useful, I think, maybe. Oh, and he's meditating at the sculptures. That's pretty good. Why is this one called Paya's melee fighting skills? Doesn't she have none? Yeah. Paya's melee fighting skills are non-existent. So why is the statue named after that? Oh. I think it might be an ironic title. Because it depicts her being disabled with passionate rage. Interesting. That doesn't sound like a good thing. Man, the art in this game is weird. Although, I guess all art is weird. Have you seen modern art? That stuff is just nonsensical in most ways. Ah, there's more fires going on. So many ups and downs. So many odd things going on. Yeah, we also need a bionic arm for... 2 bionic arms for you, because you got the flesh whip I want to replace, and the right arm, and a bionic lung. Once we get into making all those bionics, we're gonna be rich. We're gonna be making a lot of them. Then, you know, we might as well just outfit everyone with all bionics. I mean, why not? All bionic arms, bionic legs, bionic organs, bionic eyes. Are eyes organs? Probably. Yeah, surprisingly, you're mostly healed now. Man, we're gonna get you a second leg as well to get rid of the scar. You're not gonna have much natural body left after all this. I mean... Ooh, but actually, kidney being gone, plus sickly, that's bad. That is very bad. We need to get you a new kidney pronto. Oh gosh, but we need the arm. Can we even make a bionic kidney? Doesn't look like it. Why not? Okay, I guess we're gonna need to take a kidney from somebody. I don't know who. It's not like we can just harvest one from a ghoul. Our prayers have been answered. I'm literally sitting here like, where would I get some donor organs from? The game's like, I got you, bro. You want donor organs? Have a whole raid of them. Alright, but these are Neanderthals, so we need to at least capture one. We can capture one, take their kidney, and then, you know, keep them for the gene sucker. Which just sounds very wrong. It doesn't suck genes in that way. It's not those types of genes, okay? Get your head out of the gutter. But... okay, but they are taking some time to prepare, so... you know what that means. Ghouls, assemble! Charge! Kill them all! But I do need to be careful not to actually kill them all. Because... we do need one of them for their organs and or, you know, other stuff. How can we do that exactly? I wonder. Because I mean, these guys are tough, but they don't have reduced pain, right? No, they do have reduced pain. Oof. So getting them to go down before they, you know... well, what kind of weapon do you have? A bow? No skills to speak of. Okay. Bro, a strong melee damage with no melee weapon, and a ranged weapon with 0 shooting skill. What were they thinking? What about you two? You have a spear and you have a bow. So, yeah. Two out of 3 of the people in this raid don't even have a melee weapon. That's crazy. Okay, are you coming after us? I think you are. We don't really need to be scared of you. So what I'm thinking, because you don't have any melee weapon, is we can probably go in, smack you around a bit until you're bleeding, and then run away. Because you're not going to go down by pain, but you will go down by blood loss. Yeah, see? Already. Now everyone back away. He'll bleed out within the hour. Or a few hours, and he has no major injuries. That's perfect. So now you need to turn your attention to these two, which you can definitely kill both of them without any regrets. We might want to take this guy out first, though, because this guy's pretty much useless. Take out the one with the spear first. He's the real threat. Yeah, this guy should end up bleeding out before the attack even starts, I think. Which will be perfect for us. One of you can take out this guy. The other 2 should focus on them. Just keep this guy from shooting into the crowd. I don't know if... yeah, he still doesn't have any skill. Man, our ghouls are a force to be reckoned. Even against Neanderthals, these guys are just not... yeah, the Neanderthals just are not strong enough for us. Alright, come back home, ghouls. Are you starting your attack? I don't think so. But you are going to need to be tended pretty quickly after reaching that point. Which means that you... I will have you... free medicine allowed. Alright, pick up some medicine. I'll have you walk over there. And then, I don't know how we're gonna have you tend him. I don't know. I know people have strats for that. I'm not certain on it. But I doubt he's gonna be able to hit you. I mean, he's bleeding out and has no ranged skill. So, I wouldn't be too scared. Maybe even just go over there and tend him without medicine. I mean, even if he gets infections, we can just take him inside and heal him up. We just gotta... no, stop shooting! What the heck is wrong with you? You're here on a purely medical mission, Paya. You're not supposed to be trying to slaughter the person we're trying to capture here. Man, and he takes a long time to go down. Alright, so you have medicine on you. Okay, tend. Okay, so if you're holding medicine, then you can tend with the medicine while, drafted. I didn't know that. Really? Right now? Right now? right now. I'm doing other things, game. I have stuff going on. Where's Morg? Oh, she's carrying things. As you were, I guess. Because, yeah, I'm currently trying to keep this man from bleeding out so we can get his vittles, but you're not making it easy here, game. That's just kind of how it is with Randy, though. When it rains, it pours. It really just keeps hitting you over and over. And I don't like it. But, you know, you find a way to survive, usually. Alright, medical emergency, he's fine. So, first of all, we will need to take your kidney. And yeah, we can't harvest arms or legs. We can take out the arms or legs by doing this, but I don't think we actually get it as, like, an item. I know I had mods in my previous playthroughs where you could remove someone's arm or leg and actually get the arm or leg item, but I don't think that happens in Classic, so there's that. But we will need to harvest one of your kidneys. No offense. We'll wait until you're more healed up, though. You know, you got pretty beat up there. And then we also need to suck the genes out of our people, including you. Okay, yeah, your genes have come back, so we can designate this. Insert Andra. And then we'll suck out your genes next. Still have several genes we need. We also need another one of these. So we'll build copy. I also need to expand my power grid, because right now the power grid is not doing too hot, needless to say. How can we expand the power grid exactly, I wonder? Because, I mean, we could make wind power, or we could just make more of these. So yeah, let's just make more of these. Let's change this zone to be kind of like that. And shrink all that. And then grab all these and do haul. And then we can expand this, which we're going to do out of marble. Because we need to start replacing everything with marble inside anyway. So this expansion I'll test with where is it? Plans. So these are 4x4? Yeah. So if we had a 1 space gap there. Interesting. If we don't put a 1 space gap, then we could put 2 in that space. Which probably would be fine. I only put a 1 space gap here because I wanted to be able to, like, get through the doors and everything. I didn't want to block things off. But here we could just have a door here and the door here, and we'd still have plenty of movement through the area. So that's fine. And then structure, door here, zone, remove roof area on all of this, but then build roof area over all this. I mean, I know it'll do it automatically, but I don't care. And we can ignore roof area there, because that's already done. And then we can also deconstruct all of these. Perfect. Now get to work. Gotta expand our power grid because we're starting to reach the limits of what it can do. Where are you going, boy? Oh, you're converting, right. I forgot you're one of our top social people now. Not as good as Piotr. But, you know, he's evidently busy carrying rocks to places. Yeah, I really wish that it would just take the rock to the closest open area, not a random spot on the rock wall. Because, I mean, it's nice to have the rock wall, but at the same time, I kind of wish they would just be smart about the hauling of it. It would take a lot less time. Because, yeah, these are about to run out of power, and you're in the sucky-doo. So that'll probably interrupt that, which is unfortunate. What happens when that runs out of power? Interrupts in 24 hours. Okay. That's fine. The ghoul can wait. We just gotta wait for daytime, you know? Gene banks definitely need the power, though. But our power issues will be solved once we have that. Oh, man. Why is it always my crafters? Like, seriously. I just want to live happily ever after with my crafting. And the game is like, no. You're gonna take a while to heal. Alright, this just starts back up right where it was. That's pretty convenient. You guys should get to building. No, you're just gonna build roofs? Okay. Sure. That's, I guess, efficient. Hey, Abos. You missed everything going horribly, horribly awry. So that's good. As you may have noticed, we great shooting and awful plants. Why did it pull 2 out? I mean, we didn't need great shooting. I would have liked awful plants. How are these set up? So that's -3. This is 2. So yeah, that's a net negative. So we don't need this. That is unfortunate because yeah, that just wastes 1 gene cycle. Anyway, so our crafter is now this stack of human meat right here. Because the sphere, you've already fixed it. To a degree, the sphere it went a little haywire. And I didn't realize that it was coming after our people right away when it was teleporting ominously in our direction. But I started running all our people away eventually when I realized it. And it was a bit too late. And the thing got close enough and just shot a freaking minigun blast at our crafter. And he died like instantly. So that was great. Nobody else died. So that was reasonable. And then we found in a raid right after that, or kind of concurrently with it, there was someone with crafting 8. But in the process of capturing them, we may have shot off their arm, their leg, and a kidney. You know, it happens. I don't know. And we also found a Neanderthal that we are keeping not only to take his kidney and put it in our new crafter, but also to take all of his genetics with this thing. Which we can actually do that now. I don't think he needs more time to recover before then. Yeah, it was quite the interesting predicament that we were in. 51 manhunting crows. Yeah, I would rather not. You know, you're not even giving me anything good for it. So no, I don't think I want to fight 51 crows. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're able to build more of these. That will improve our power grid. And then hopefully we'll be able to not run out of power overnight anymore. But yeah, after the onslaught, the sphere just kind of ran away. It effed off and didn't come back, so we're pretty much safe from it now, which is pretty great for me. And neither of these guys have escaped yet. I don't know when they're going to. See, 3.5 years. 2.5 years. Yeah, that's gonna be scary. Gonna eventually give them all their own rooms? Probably not. You know, I normally do in these runs. I generally go for a bedroom type situation, but I have found that this there goes the power again. This type of setup is just far more efficient because as you can see, you can make it incredibly impressive with the beds and the recreation and the dining room all being one room. Extracted aggressive? Come on, man. Alright, well, we're gonna have this guy probably a long time because his genes take almost 20 days to regrow, and we need strong melee damage and robust from him. Maybe even strong immunity if we're feeling fancy. Maybe even cold and heat tolerant. You know? Any of the poor things. Although awful would be better. So yeah, we need a lot of genes from this guy. It might be a while. I might turn him into a ghoul. I mean, if he's a ghoul, I mean, he's already a Neanderthal, which makes him just a good ghoul in general. He has no melee skill, which makes him not as good a ghoul, but he can learn. And then we could keep him around eternally as a ghoul to just do our bidding, and then we can take his genes whenever we want. It'd be pretty much the same as keeping him as a prisoner, it's just we wouldn't need to feed him as much. Oh, good. Oh, we still haven't named this one, but we'll deal with that later. So, you have grown up a bit, which is great. Apparently we had some clothing. I didn't know we had any child clothing available. But alright. I guess we must have killed a child at some point and taken their clothes. It happens, you know, it's Rimworld. You don't care for them at all in games. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they just kind of sit there and they eat and they cry. So far that is basically our experience with them. But you know, that's just how babies be sometimes. Can't blame them. And honestly, I think they're even worse in real life. Like, not to say that I dislike babies, because I would like to have one someday, but they do kind of just eat and cry and, you know, simultaneously also try to run away. You know, the second that they can crawl and or walk and or run, they're always just going in the direction of, like, traffic and all that stuff. I mean, look at you. Nature running out in the middle of nowhere. I need to set you to area 1, which we can expand a bit. So expand to that area 1. You can go into the full power area and into this place. Yeah, you got a pretty low roll on the genes regrowing. That's nice. You got a high roll on it, so unfortunate. Alright, your certainty is going down pretty readily. Then we can recruit you. How goes Piotr with the... Okay. He has Word of Trust done. So go use that on her. Yeah, that always reduces the resistance by a ton. So it's very helpful to have. It's kind of interesting we can just inspect baby genes. Like, how does that work exactly? Ah, that was worryingly close to our base. Okay, and the ambrosia here is ready to harvest. I never really noticed that before. Oh, and we should make sure that everyone is on the same everything, which they are. Yeah, you should just flee for now. Alright, so we can sell that next time we're contacted by a trader. We haven't gotten an orbital trader in a while, though. I'm a little disappointed about that. Yeah, we can probably turn this off for now. Although I don't think we have to. We get enough power. So yeah, we can say never mind on that. So you just need a bit more. And you'll join us, and you'll craft for us, and we'll craft you a new arm, so you can craft for us a better, and that'll be great. Because yeah, luckily they're not going to be making anything that requires it to be like good quality yet. Because manipulation during crafting, I believe, does two different things. One, it would, you know, change the quality of whatever they make, but also it'll change the speed at which they make them. Also, we do not have enough power to survive a whole eclipse. So we're probably going to be running out of power again pretty soon here. We're going to make more batteries just for future eclipses. Additionally, you... surgery to harvest your kidney. Do we have any shards? We do not. So we can't even turn him into a ghoul if we wanted. That's unfortunate. You know, maybe we should have done it in here. Yeah. I kind of wish you could take them to other rooms for surgeries, but that takes a lot of micromanaging. So he's going to be recovering again for a bit, but that's fine. We can just try it again later. And maybe we'll bring him into here for it next time. I think maybe if you have medical and prisoner bed assigned, and then you have them go for surgery, maybe they'll bring them into there. I don't know. What are you doing way out there? Get back to base. I like having the ghouls nearby. Oh, but our crafter, before they died, were able to make one nuclear stomach, so now all 3 of our ghouls are fully decked out with bionics. For now. We still have some other things to make for them later, but... ah, dang eclipses. And it's a gray Paul. Man. Randy's just throwing everything annoying at us all at once. Oh, is the Great Paul ending? Yeah, okay. And the eclipse is ending. See what I mean? He throws it all at you at the same time. And then it all clears up simultaneously later. It's weird. Oh, but it's a ways until daytime. I always hate when the eclipses end right before nighttime. Because then it's like, sure, there's no eclipse, but there's still no sunlight. So you're just kind of stuck. Eventually we'll have a different source of power, but that comes much later. Okay, there we go. Now our freezer's back to frozen. Good. And you're recovering slowly. Seriously, you guys just keep wandering away. Get back to base. Yeah, we should floor these areas. I just don't know what material to floor them in because we don't have infinite steel yet. Someday we will, though. Once we actually have someone who can do mining. Can you do mining? Oh, you can, actually. But you can't really fight. So you wouldn't be that worthwhile. Unless we turned you into a ghoul. Then you could fight. But if you're a ghoul, you can't mine, so that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So how goes learning? Pretty good. Yeah, and I should name you finally. I don't know, we can make you Void Jr. I'm just not good at naming male characters, so I'm needing to recycle names we already used. So, plus, now anything that Void Jr. does, we can blame on Void. And by Void, I mean not this Void, but I mean the streamer I named him out after. So, that's always good. We can go up here and deconstruct some stuff if we want. But I don't think we need that just yet. Quest expires. I don't think we need this. Yeah, especially because it's gonna have somebody stay over for 14 days. 3 ghouls? I do indeed have 3 ghouls. All fairly strong. Funny enough, Andra is probably the weakest, even though they're a Hussar. They have the best melee skill, but they don't have tough, which is kind of the biggest thing there. Ooh, conversion. Okay. Now you can switch to recruit. Had 3 yesterday too. It is true, yeah. I mean, you know, you don't always just sit there counting the ghouls. Alright, I think we have too much cloth. So let's set this to not allow sewing anymore. Because I don't know what I'd do with all the cloth. I'm not really planning to go for... I mean... I could carpet this whole room. I just feel like that'll increase our wealth significantly. But it would make this room more good. And generally that's worthwhile. Let's see. We could make it... I usually like scarlet for bedrooms. This is technically a bedroom. So yeah, that works. New flooring. Of course, I have to get rid of the old flooring first, which is gonna suck. But overall, carpet is better than wood by a significant margin for bedrooms, and it's just as flammable, so it's not like we're increasing flammability in the room, we're just keeping it even. And it'll make the room significantly fancier. Yeah, with the roofing, you can do remove roof area, and so this whole area is set so nobody builds a roof over it, whereas all the yellow spaces are set to build a roof over, except for this spot, because this room is just slightly too big and I was too lazy to build a column. So... more silent? I mean... Technically, I guess it would be, but for the most part, it's just fancier, you know? Takes more materials to build, has higher wealth, it looks better, because if we go to the beauty thing here, you can see that the wood floors don't have any number on them because they're just neutral beauty, you know, it doesn't really count it as anything, but each tile of the carpet is 2, well, any tile that isn't dirty, so by fully carpeting the place, you're significantly increasing the beauty of the room, making it so they like it even more. And since this room is all 3, you know, bedroom, recreation, and dining room, it is very worthwhile to invest some money into making it more fancy. Alright, so you've recovered. We can try taking your kidney again, but of course we're going to set these for prisoners. So hopefully we take them in there. Okay, yeah, so it does choose the medical beds over the regular beds. Good. Yeah, we don't really care if Tubog dislikes us. You know, why would we care about that? Yeah, that's one less kidney. We can add that to you somehow. There we go. Install kidney. We should probably also take you into this room to do that. Installing kidney. Are you just taking the kidney there right now? No, take them. Take them to here. Why can you not? You were able to do it with the other one. Why can you not do it with this one? Oh, there's a bulk goods trader. Should we just assume that she's gonna be able to do the surgery in here? Let's just clean the cell, I guess. It's not even bright in here. We don't even have lights installed, which we should. A little inhumane that we don't even install lights in the prison cells, but you know. I guess she just felt like doing a surgery in the cell instead of in here, so best of luck to you, I guess. It actually worked. Nice. Okay. Putting it in is easier than pulling it out, so generally that's probably going to be fine. Piotr, go talk to the bulk goods people, because we have things to sell, like a bunch of meat. Because yeah, we do not need the sheer amount of meat that we have in the freezer right now. It's taking up too much space. We'll keep the human meat, and that's what we'll have the ghouls live off of. We could also get rid of the pemmican, because once again, it's taking up a lot of space in there. Or we could keep the pemmican and get rid of the packaged survival meals. I don't know. And then we can get rid of this leather as well. All the drugs, because we don't need it. Any clothing that is outdated and unusable. Okay. And then we will take all of your components and as much steel as we can afford, which actually is kind of all of it, because we won't be getting as much money, but that's fine. Now, do you sell bioferrite? Maybe shards? No? Alright, well, close enough. At the very least, that gives us more room in there, and it gives us a bunch more steel to work with. Yeah, I might as well continue to get the carpeting. Should I? I don't know. Because I don't want to be making dusters and stuff, because that just inflates our wealth way too much. And this big harvest here is going to be enough to finish off this room with carpeting, and we don't really need a carpet anywhere else. I don't think. Alright, how about your genes? Your genes are still coming back. What is this? Once again, we don't know who the heck you are. And it doesn't really tell. Oh, you are a Neanderthal. With high animal skill. You also look kind of old. Unless that's a veil. But no, I think that's a beard. So you look kind of old. Can this tell us the age? No. Oh no, it does here. 55. Yeah, that's not as old as he looks like freaking Santa. I don't know. But he's being chased by 2 tribes, and they would both attack us just for this guy. And we already have a Neanderthal here. Having 2 of them would be nice to get double genetics out of them, because we need quite a few things out of Neanderthals. So if we're getting them out of just 1, that'll be not the best. And maybe we can deal with both of these, because we have ghouls and charge rifles. Shouldn't be that bad. Santa's in town. Yeah, he's good with animals, apparently. And I guess he has reindeer, So, yeah, I mean, we're not going to be taking him as, like, a permanent resident of the colony, I don't think. He's just going to be fodder for the gene machine, unless he has really good stats, like if he's good at mining. But we'll take him and deal with the raids later. Alright, Santa. Oh yeah, we need to get you over to the correct religion, possibly. But yeah, no mining. Not really even any good. Oh yeah, pyromaniac, psychically hypersensitive, cannibal, incapable of dumb labor or firefighting. Great with animals, not much anything else. So, you, my good man, have gene slave written all over you. You're basically just here to give us your genetics and not much else. I don't even really want this guy around for all that long because he's pyromaniac, which Ebos, I know you might not know like a ton about this game, because I think you were saying you haven't seen this game before watching this streaming series, but pyromaniac is not good. As the name would suggest, it makes him light things on fire. Not even just when he's upset. Just any time he feels like it. If we still had the anti-grain warhead in storage, he would probably go and try to light that on fire and blow up the entire base. Just because he can. So, pyromaniacs are not something you want to keep. Ever. So yeah, we're definitely gonna... We're probably gonna just imprison him. Forever. Sound dangerous? They do indeed. Sadly, our prisons are already full. You should be getting converted over pretty quick. So I guess we'll just keep you around long enough to get this person on our side, and then we're replacing them. But at least you can give us your genes. That is going to be very good for us, because we need quite a few from you guys. And if we can just get strong melee damage, then oh my goodness, my ghouls are going to be unstoppable. Because as you can see, strong melee damage increases the melee damage factor by, times 150%, so that's a 50% increase. Whereas the ghouls already have that with the barbs, but that's another times 150%. I don't know how, once again, I don't know how that stacks, but however it stacks, I want it. We only have a few more days, then we'll get raided, which will be fun. Gotta recruit this person. Please give me something good. Reduced pain. Meh. It's not very useful. Now, you're not in gene loss shock or anything. I know you are, you're just not being knocked out by it or something. Alright. That's good. We'll just keep researching random stuff. Now, we could just send you back into the gene sucker immediately, and you would just die to it, but I feel like you'd be a lot more useful as a prisoner. Why do these guys have different colored names? What is going on with that? Is it because you're different types of prisoners? I don't know. Also, why is no one cleaning this guy's cell? That's kind of rude. Alright, good. And we actually have lights in the cells now, so if we try to do surgeries in here again, we're actually going to be able to see what we do. .7 resistance should be cleared up in the next attempt. Then we'll try to recruit. And that'll be great. And then you gotta make yourself a new arm. On these we can switch back to colonists. Six more days on those genetics. Where'd you get that hat? I don't know, it's probably helping your social skills significantly. 'Cause yeah, it looks like the hat that comes with the creep joiners, but I don't know why this guy would have taken it off. Who knows? You know, I should really make like a path across here, because people walk this way a lot. Alright. And now, what would it take to be able to arrest you? Oh, we can do that right now. Good. I kind of thought that would be difficult because you're a Neanderthal. They're tough. But alright. Now, we're not really going to be asking you to join us again, but we are going to convert you. And you know, you might be a pyromaniac, but you're in a fully stone prison. So that it's not really going to help you at all. Indoor light. Oh, dark light preferred. Can I switch this to dark light? I can indeed. Does that make you happier? Dark light. Hey, he's easy to make happy, I guess. My organ harvested. Yeah, I mean, that would also do it. That would make them a little unhappy. But, you know, they can suck it up. You know? Just like, oh no, they took my kidney. Yeah, just walk it off. Come on, man. Just regrow the kidney. It's fine. Do I need any of these? Gastroanalyzer. Is that a new nose thing? I think it is. That could be useful in case somebody loses their nose. Or, of course, we can do the aesthetic nose, which might be better because most people aren't really doing cooking. But alright, now you're doing all of our crafting needs. Very slowly, but you know, it's fine. What about you? Do you have... Yeah, we could technically convert you as well, just to keep getting social skill and, you know, get them over to our religion, because even though they're gonna die, they might as well die with the correct, beliefs. Of course, our beliefs are the correct beliefs, obviously. Yeah, it's good to have a crafter again. Of course, I shouldn't say that, because then the game is going to be like, a crafter, you say? Time for me to send freaking endless night and 50 flash storms on top of your base just to kill the crafter. That's what's done every other time. Let's see, we could actually put bionic arm first, and they'll make that first then. Oh, we need to actually set your work, so... There we go. Now they'll do all the crafting. Only ours are the best? Indeed. It's like, it doesn't matter what we believe. Whatever it is that we believe, that is obviously the best because we believe it, you know? That's just how it works. Alright, the arm is going to do pretty well, though, because then they're going to have over 100% manipulation, which will allow them to craft things real quick-like. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to help. Just go frenzy on a child that doesn't really even do anything. But, it's fine. And we got Nicholas. He's also going to be needing to be taught eventually. He's growing up. Still a ways away. And Morg is still pregnant, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah, we're close to having another one. That's probably a good thing, We need more colonists at all times. But I did want to mention that this isn't... It's like, the game is not modded, per se, at all. But that doesn't mean that the game is not altered to any degree, because it kind of is. Because a while ago, and not really a while ago, just like a couple weeks ago, I was playing a solo sea ice run, and it kept dropping in a bunch of people when I just wanted the one colonist, and that run was modded enough that I didn't need anyone but the one colonist, and so it just kept dropping in, like, person after person, and it kept spamming out quests of wanderer joins, and this joins, and that joins, and it was so annoying. So I went, and I went into the storyteller settings. I actually found the base files of the game of how it, like, determines these quests appearing, and I turned off the low population, send more people in, effect. I just kind of disabled it entirely. So it now never really confirms that you have enough pawns. It kind of just always treats you as if you have enough pawns. Even if you just have one person, it won't just throw a bunch of new characters at you like it usually would. So that would be why this whole run we haven't seen anything of, like, wanderer joins or transport pod crash or anything like that. Which I'm actually kind of happy about, because even though I've needed more people, most of those wanderers completely suck, and it also punishes you for not taking them, even though it gives you no information about them sometimes. So it's really annoying. And then other times it's just like, oh, this person has paralytic abasia, so they literally can't move for like a month, and yet we're still gonna make you feel bad for not taking them as a colonist. It's like, why? We can't just have freaking, a practically dead individual being on life support in our colony for a long time, all just to have that colonist be part of the colony. Not really worthwhile. Alright, install the arm. You know, everybody that comes in here cleans one thing of dirt and then leaves a thing of dirt. And then the next person comes in to clean. It's very inefficient. But alright, we got the arm on you. Which, you know, right now your manipulation is none because you're sedated. But once you're awake, your manipulation will be amazing, I'm sure. So yeah, the game is a little bit, quote-unquote, modified on its base level. But that was a modification I did directly, not a mod that I, like, installed from somebody else. And I think it's a positive change. Oh, boy. Ah, this is these people. Okay, we got Yitakeen, which aren't the scariest, I don't think. Oh, this guy's turquoise. That's kind of cool. Are they attacking immediately? I really need... Okay, I pressed all the wrong buttons. Need to be this button. They'll prepare for a while. Okay, that is pretty easy to deal with then. We're just gonna send our ghouls to rip and tear until it is done. Come along, ghouls. Oh. These guys are attacking immediately. Okay, that's a little harder to deal with. But these guys are just baseliner tribals. The issue is that if the ones that arrived first are waiting a bit, and the ones that arrived second are attacking immediately, that means that we're going to be dealing with these guys, and these ones are going to try to come in from the side and attack us on the other end of the base, and we're not going to have enough time to deal with them. I really wish that it had spaced these out a little bit more, but you know, I guess it is what it is. How are we gonna deal with this? It seems like a lot. Yeah, I mean, honestly, our ghouls can deal with a lot of things, and these guys are just tribals. The Yitakeen are probably gonna be more difficult because they have actual, like, firearms. You know, they got machine pistols, regular pistols. This guy's got a knife. Kind of seems to be the odd one out here, but that's fine. But yeah, over here, they just have, like, clubs, equas, bows. That guy also has a knife. Once again, kind of the odd one out. But it's fine. So, for this defense, they're coming in probably up through here. And that's a little sucky for us. So, I suppose we're going to have one of you hiding, like, here. Conflict on 3 fronts, yeah. You may be over here, and all 3 ghouls need to come down here. Yeah, because they're going to be way too close, so you're going to need to move back a bit. I don't even know where you can... There's no good shooting spot. Maybe just behind these rocks. Oh, good shots already. Okay, and they're just ignoring them. That's a bit of a problem. Our other ghouls are coming in, though. They are a bit slow. We still need to wait until we get those good legs for the... Why are you guys not shooting it? What are you guys doing? The enemies are all just kind of running into melee range, even when they have ranged weapons. I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, and now they're fleeing. Kill them all. Let none escape. Alright, well. That was easy. How damaged did you even get? Not that much. I mean, your liver got stabbed, but yeah, it'll grow back. Come on. So, ghouls. Oh, hello. What are you guys doing here? Aren't you guys supposed to be, like, waiting to attack? What? Wait, where did the rest go? Oh. Are they all waiting, like, over on this side of the map? What is happening with that? I guess I don't really care. Go kill them. They're closer now. You guys are gonna have the job of stripping the rest of you guys. If they're wearing anything in the first place. Because we can resell all their clothing as long as it's not, you know, tainted. Alright, are you guys just waiting up here? That is bizarre. Usually they wait close to where they spawned in, but these guys, like, travel halfway across the map just to wait over there. Yeah, this should be easy work for our ghouls, you know? Practically a vacation, really. I mean, small caliber munitions, not really gonna be sufficient against this many highly upgraded ghouls. That guy's just like, I'm out of here. Honestly, understandable. Ebos, you go and attack the turquoise man. Ow. We really need to get you guys some stone skin glands. Then it's like you're gonna be wearing armor, you know? It's gonna be great. Alright. Well, actually we need you guys to be able to walk back down here, because you don't wander back down if you're still drafted. Well then, that was a productive fight, I suppose, and the ghouls basically single-handedly did that. I mean, we shot down a few of these guys with charge rifles, but not gonna lie, that was mostly the ghouls. And entirely the ghouls with the upper defense. So I am enjoying the ghoul onslaught greatly. And you know what all of this is? Right here, all of these guys? That's human meat for our ghouls to ingest. So I'm certain that that will be very lucrative for us. We'll butcher them all and feed them to our ghouls and make more ghouls. It's gonna be great. Go ghouls, indeed. I'm very happy that I decided to go with this strategy here, because it is surprisingly effective. Royal Tribute Collector. You know, if you'd been here like a day earlier, you could have helped us defend, but, you know, it's fine. Whatever. And make sure to allow all these guys so we can actually butcher them. Any loot? Not really. I mean, there's the human meat, there's the clothing and the weapons, all of which can... Hey, Morg is having the last baby. Nice. But yeah, not super good loot. And these guys had some good weapons on them, but still nothing we're gonna be, like, replacing our weapons with. Grab you as well. Oh yeah, you're having the baby. Crawling to bed. Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're pregnant and in labor. You want to just crawl to the bed. I'm sure it'll be fine. Can you, like, do your job? Yeah, thank you. Also, you might want to clean the hospital. There we go. And we need to remember to actually name the baby. You know, it always gives them, like, an actual... Why doesn't it just actually name the baby when the baby's born instead of just naming it baby? Because you see here, it named it Lexi by default. And it's like, I'm fine with that name, at least for now. Because why not? But sometimes it just names the baby baby. And it's like, why would you do that? But alright, yeah, go put that in one of the things, and then we'll let the assault rifle be taken back down here. Well, look at all that human meat and all the human leather. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, what's your... Okay, your manipulation's still 91% because the anesthetic isn't gone yet. Who's fighting? Why are you guys fighting up here? And Piotr, why are you upset? What's got you down? Flesh whip? Yeah, that would get a lot of people down. Insulted? By whom? I don't know, it was like 10 years ago apparently. Why are you still upset about that? Yeah, we gotta get this guy a new arm because he's not gonna be so happy otherwise. Are you just... Oh, you got the exhaustion. Okay. That makes sense. I was gonna say, why are you moving so slowly? So yeah, we'll need extra bionic arms. One more for you to get rid of the flesh whip. We need a lot of things. We're still quite behind on the crafting. How goes the genetics? You're still 14 days, 8 days, 1.9 days. There's medicine up here we might want to grab eventually, but they'll get to it, I'm sure. Hey, weather controller. Fast runner, very unhappy, go juice dependency. I mean... honestly? That would be good. Because if you put this on a ghoul, it's gonna get very unhappy and go juice dependency. Which both, you know, are metabolic increasers that don't affect a ghoul because they don't have happiness and they can't have drug dependencies. But it would give them very fast runner, which would offset the slowness from their implants. So I kind of want that. 3 manhunting red foxes that are nearby. Okay. Yeah, I mean... sure. What does that entail exactly? Because yeah, we'll need to go out and attack it in order to get that. Okay, it's pretty close by. And it's controlling the weather to be... what? Worst weather. Oh, just overcast? It's not bad forced weather. Alright, but get that into one of these gene banks, because that'll be very useful. And then we need to send somebody out to go and attack the weather controller. Probably you, Piotr. You'll have your bionic arm when you get back successfully. So, Piotr, we'll take 2 of our ghouls here with us. Shouldn't be that tough of a journey, so just send them out there. Why are you hauling leather for the caravan? Kind of weird. But alright. Yeah, get out of here. Now, luckily, we just, you know, fought off a lot of events, so hopefully Randy sees how many events we've just had and doesn't send anything at us for the next, like, day or so. Because we're down 2 ghouls, but it'll only be, as it says here, 0.2 days for them to get there. They'll probably clear it in, like, a couple hours, and then another however many days to get back. They might be out overnight, but we'll see. It's just a quick jaunt. Honestly, I probably could have just sent one ghoul, because it's just a couple man-hunting red foxes, but... You can never be too careful, don't you know? Alright, good. Oh, our gene banks are filling up again. We need to have another, like, exotic goods trader appear so we can sell them to them. We did just increase our electricity system so we can support more gene banks, in theory. Yeah, so they'll make these, finish the leg, and then make an arm. But of course they'll start on the arm and then get back to the components and then finish the arm, but it's fine. Yeah, the fox is coming after us, like, immediately. I don't know. They definitely seem to be. Alright, Piotr. Get ready to start shoosting things. Perfect. Okay. You guys need to come down and destroy that door. You go there as well. Yeah, it's not even that bad of a weather controller. We're just destroying it because I guess we want to. Because, yeah, if it was like a... I don't know, like a dry thunderstorm weather controller, which I don't even know if those exist, but if it was one of those, then that would be a lot worse than just fog. Man, your aim is horrible in the fog. It's like right here, and some of your bullets are going down this way. Like, how does that even happen? Alright, now we can reform the caravan, head back home. You'll have to, you know, go overnight, but that's fine. We'll just take the important stuff and send. Yeah, that was the weather controller. It's just a little shack with the device inside, and you just go in, beat up the device, and leave. Not that complicated of a quest. And especially to get that very fast gene. That's definitely worth it. Oh, hello. Wasters, huh? That's not bad. There's not a ton of them. Was that a wait a while? It was. Okay. I wish you guys could move at night, because then you'd be here in time to intercept that. But because they're going to be waiting overnight, they probably won't be. Morg, we need you to re-pick up your gun, wherever we put that. I think that's it. No, not Hallwood. There we go. So we do have 3 people with good guns and 1 good ghoul left here, and it's only however many this many enemies is. They all have all small arms and a tox grenade. Except for you. You have a lever action or bolt action rifle that's a little more difficult to deal with than revolvers and such. But not by much. I'm sure we'll be probably fine. We got a ghoul. We got guns. We got babies, I guess. Is that a tactical advantage, you think? Maybe we can, like, go out there and hold the babies out like a human shield, you know? Maybe they'll take pity on us. Maybe they'll be like, hey, these guys have a ton of babies in here. Let's not attack this colony. And they'll just leave. This is turning out good for me. We'll see. We'll see, yeah. Because they're attacking right now. So we'll wait for them to get into range. There we go. And then we send the ghoul in to tank all the damage. Alright, are you guys able to hit the other guys? You're not. Unfortunate. Alright, you need to walk this way. You know, if only you were, the other... What are they called? The other ghoul that's the Hussar. Alright, those two should be in range. The ghoul will go after the one that's not in range. You guys hit. Thank you. Oh, and they're all leaving. Nice. Alright, Void, your job is gonna go strip all these guys to get their clothing. And yeah, then we're done. Jeez, the ghoul is out for blood. Even when they're retreating, the ghoul's just like, must kill. But alright, yeah, that went fine. I don't even think any of our guys got shot. Except for, you know, the ghoul that got filled full of lead, but, you know, walk it off. Okay, did you finish the leg yet? Is that what this is? Is that the arm? The leg. Okay, you're still working on that advanced component. But yeah, 112% manipulation because of the bionic arm. It's very nice. Another crappy day. Ah, that's no good. But, you know, I hope that days are not crappy for you, because that is not a good thing for things to be. How are things going in here? Still a long time for the genes to regrow. That's fine. Okay, we got these guys back. We need these guys to actually walk home. You missed all the exciting stuff. Yeah, and you know, it's always good to have you in here, Ebos. Always appreciate your being here and chatting. You know, it's a lot less lonely with somebody in the chat that, you know, likes to talk. But if you're heading out, then I will see you around, and hope you have a good day and all that. How many more until this? Still 8 more advanced entities. You know, the program you draw with? Yeah. I can imagine. This room is very much not clean. Can somebody clean this place? Are you insulting people? Why are you insulting people? This place is mostly done. We'll wait for the party to conclude, I guess. Will it tell me when the party's over? I think so. Yeah, party's finished. Everyone's kind of just doing their own things, but I want to do one of these. We might actually need more pews pretty soon. We're running out of space. So I like how this guy was supposed to do the speech, but he didn't get here until it says the speech is over. That's kind of interesting. And somehow it was still good. That's... yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, now even when this place is still very dirty, it's still extremely impressive, which is nice. But we definitely need somebody to be cleaning this a bit more. We just had a lot going on. Yeah, we still have a lot of hauling to do. You guys should haul more. Blind healer. What were you again? Right, you have this thing. Unnatural healing. Process will stop bleeding, restore blood loss, and can even heal significant injuries, however may have unexpected side effects. I don't like that. You know, personally, not a fan. Also, not a fan of you not having eyes, because that also makes you kinda useless in a lot of ways. I mean, how are you gonna be our mining guy when you literally cannot see? Also, you have an annoying voice. So, here's what we're gonna do. Ghouls congregate. I mean, our boy can't see, so I don't think he's actually gonna be that big a threat. Also, his name is Dread. I don't think that's a very good name for somebody who's not threatening. So we're gonna go have you talk to him and say no. And if he wants to argue like that, we have 3 ghouls right on top of him. You see what happens? I see what happens. Well, okay, you can't see what happens because you don't have any eyes. You know, that's probably why he attacked, is because he didn't have eyes to be able to see that there were 3 ghouls standing right next to him. And so then he's just like, it must just be this one person that's talking to me. I could beat him up. I'll get him. And then he just gets ganged up on by 3 ghouls. You know? Happens to the best of us. Except not really. It only happens to you. It's kind of deserved. Ah, we got a muffalo. It's nice. Not really needed, but nice. Alright, but you're making the leg, which will be nice, because then you can actually move around effectively. Probably not worth putting you under for surgery just for that. We'll wait until we have more things to put on you. Oh. Turns out that was indeed a metal horror one. Which means it was probably even better. How do you get a headshot on a metal horror? Does this even have a head? I guess it does. But, interesting. I don't know much about metal horrors, but they don't seem to be dying very quick-like. Alright, well, it's dead, and we're all fine. It's not fully dead, but it can't move. I think, yeah, its left and right legs are both dead, so... Apparently it's humanoid. But that's another entity we have found. So now we only need 7 more advanced entities before we can go up to the next level. Apparently the golden cube was one as well. Which means the unnatural corpse is also an advanced entity that we'll need to get at some point. I think. I actually don't see it on this list here, but... yeah... We also need some more obelisks. I forget what you are. I forget what most of these are. I think this is the big... Is this the big heart? Maybe? And then this... I don't remember. This I don't remember. That I definitely don't remember. That's the chimeras, methinks. And these 2 are just kind of somewhat spherical. I don't really know what those are exactly. This one's exactly spherical, so it's the sphere. And metal horrors. Yeah, it was very much a good thing we did not allow this person in. So is this thing gonna die? I don't think this thing is gonna die because it's, you know... Oh, there it goes. So I was gonna say, I don't think it bleeds out, so... It's not exactly advantageous to us. Alright, I need to check you. Yeah, your genes are back, so you need to go into the gene extractor and give us your genetics. Because, yeah, out of you, we don't need much out of you, honestly. I think it's just the Great Melee and the Unstoppable still. If we could get either of those, I would be eternally grateful. Or at least grateful for, like, a minute or two, you know? Alright, you're back to making the components, and then you'll make another arm so we can put that on Piotr. And then we need more legs. A lot of legs, because we need to put those on the ghouls. And, you know, we need more trade ships. We got that one bulk goods trade ship, which was nice, but we've gotten a lot of stuff since then. And I could use, like, an exotic goods trade ship, maybe a combat trade ship. You know, any of those would be appreciated. How is this thing's work speed? It seems to be good. We could add tool cabinets, but that is a lot of steel. Maybe if we get another bulk goods trader coming in with hundreds of steel. Another super fast wound healing? Come on, man. We already have one of those. What a scam. But Unstoppable is going to be so very necessary. I mean, if we can have that super fast speed plus Unstoppable on all of our ghouls, they're going to be able to get up into melee combat right quick. You know, I've always thought the Muffalo should be harder to keep as, you know, pen animals. They're kind of just overpowered in some ways. They have the same, I think that's the same carrying capacity as a horse. They give the wool every so often, and they give a lot of meat, and they give a lot of leather when you butcher them, which is the blue fur. And on top of that, they also have really good minimum comfort temperature. So it's like you can keep them in pretty much any environment, and they're kind of just like better horses in every way. But maybe they eat more. I don't know. It usually doesn't come up. But I guess if you're feeding them with like hay, then it would probably become an issue. A defoliator ship. Oh, goodness. Alright, well, this is actually the first time we fought mechanoids. This is a bit of a threshold here, the first mechanoid threat. Because, yeah, we've had other mechanoid-adjacent things, like the weather controller we just dealt with, but never have we had just straight-up pikemen and scythers. Luckily, I think our ghouls will be able to handle this pretty readily. You know, because the ship will block line of sight, so if we come in and gang up on the scyther first of all, then... Yeah, Void, don't get too close to the sleeping mechanoids, please. But yeah, we come in, gang up on the scyther, these two pikemen shouldn't be able to hit us from that angle. Then we go over and attack this pikeman. Well, these are probably trying to come around to attack us. And we just burst them all down. And then destroy the ship. That's what I think will happen. Conversion. Okay, good. But we will need to have some other people around, so... Let's get started on this. Might as well not save it for later, because what would be the point of that? And not have you attack at will. Okay. Okay, you guys, can you guys get out of here? I know you're trying to haul things, but like go to sleep. Go to bed. Thank you. All right. So you three are just going to stand around him at this angle, approximately. You are going to hide behind here, all stealthy-like. And now we're going to turn on fire at will. You guys are going to attack. You are going to attack. And, how much damage does that do? Decent bit. Okay, these guys are moving around this way, which is unfortunate. But pikemen are absolutely useless in melee. So actually, if we spread out and have one person on each pikeman, forcing them into a melee combat, then they can't do anything, and we can just tear them apart. Why are you firing at him? That'll lower your accuracy. Fire at the close one. Alright. Perfect. Perfect, actually. All of them are dead. Alright, and do we have it set so this can have mechanoid corpses in it? We do. Okay. So you, instead of feeding a meal to anyone, why don't you just haul back a mechanoid real quick? Because you're already out here. Might as well. Alright, and then these three will just rip apart this defoliator. It's easy game. Does this thing explode? I don't think it would kill any of our ghouls even if it did, but I just want to be careful. Alright, you guys head home. Job well done. Surprisingly. I kind of was worried that the mechanoids might actually be an issue for us, but the most injured one here didn't even get down to half health. And we can resurrect ghouls pretty painlessly, because it doesn't even take shards to do it. You just need bioferrite and twisted meat, of which we have plenty of both. So, yeah, it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Actually, I might want to make some serums and just have those. Like, just keep an equal amount of resurrection serum to the number of ghouls I have, and then at any given time I'd be able to resurrect them all. Because honestly, it kind of does worry me that at some point, you know, our twisted meat has, I think, been going down a little bit. And it might be because these guys might be accidentally eating some every so often. So if we do end up accidentally eating all the twisted meat or using up all our bioferrite, and then one of our ghouls dies, then our combat efficiency will have lowered, and I won't be able to do anything about it until we happen to get any more of those resources. So I might as well make some and put them in reserve, and then I will have it for any time things go awry. Also, nobody is cleaning still, and I don't like that. Maybe we should force the kid to clean. Incompetent cook? What do you mean incompetent cook? Literally, the only person that's told to cook is Paya, and she has 14 skill. Oh no. Okay, so this happens sometimes where, you know, the chance that you will get, oh, and of course, because the area is dirty, because nobody is cleaning, it does happen sometimes that even really good cooks can end up making an area dirty. So we're gonna set the child to cleaning, because it probably won't affect learning that much, but I don't exactly know how to handle these meals, because now these meals are infected, and we need to be able to get rid of them somehow. We can't have them picked up. If I just, like, disallow them, then it still counts them in here, even though they're not allowed. We need somebody to be able to pick them up, but they're on a shelf, so I don't know how we're going to be able to pick them up when they're on a shelf. We could... I don't think the shelves are at max, priority, so if we set, like, a little zone here, clear all simple meals, and then do critical priority. We might be able to have somebody grab these and haul them out. Yeah, haul the meals. Need to haul this meal as well, because it also might be contaminated. And now, we can get rid of this. So now this will hopefully, yeah, will not count them anymore. So we'll make fresh meals, and these ones will just dissolve outside. It's always a rough situation to handle when you got the stack of meals that is, you know, contaminated. And can somebody please clean in here? Clean the kitchen. I'm pretty sure that's why we got the food poisoning in the first place, is because the kitchen was really bad. And just lowered her ability to make the meals effectively. Though it didn't say that the reason for the food poisoning is because of dirty cooking environment, but I can't really see Paya actually messing up making those meals at 14 cooking skill. It must have been just bad environment. I don't know, Void Jr. should be fine learning-wise, even with cleaning. Alright, we got the new arm. So let's install that on Piotr. Because if we install bionic arm into the left shoulder, places the flesh whip. And we could, at the same time, add the bionic leg. Which leg do you have? Left leg. Because, yeah, we want you to be able to move around quickly. And since we're already doing some surgerying, probably fine. Yeah, we definitely want this room to be clean for the surgeries. Okay, why does everyone keep insulting everyone else? This is Void Jr. again. Why are you two at odds all the time? Like, come on. There's literally just nothing I can do about that. Alright, you don't need to take a simple meal to inventory. Just lay down for your thing. We're also going to have a ghoul at the ready here, because I don't know if uninstalling a flesh whip causes issues. I mean, I don't think it would, but it might like spawn a flesh beast, and I don't want that. So we're just having a ghoul at the ready. Yep, as I suspected. There we go. Well, it was a successful surgery, and now you won't have the flesh thing being a negative mood thing for you. And it gives you better manipulation, which might be useful. What do you even do? Who are you? You do intellectual and shooting. I think manipulation helps with shooting. Maybe. Probably not. I think that's just sight, actually. So who knows? At the very least, your arms, they do goodly. So that's all that matters, really. Anywho, we got a lot done there. We got rid of the sphere, and people died, but then we got a new crafter, because it's always the crafter that dies. I don't know why. Our ghouls are better than ever. They're quite literally just carrying us through the whole combat portion of the game, which is amazing, because that's always the portion of the game that I fall behind on. So I am quite happy to be free of that. But yeah, we will be back to this next time. I'll just end it here, and we will make more progress later. Do more crafting, find more anomalies. I still need to get, like, all of the anomalies. I need 2 more ghouls, because as I said, I want to have 5 ghouls in total. We still need stone skin glands and legs for the ghouls. We still need some more genetics, which we're, you know, ripping out of Neanderthals and hussars as we go. But if we can get all that, then I think we can get to the anomaly ending, because I don't know how tough the anomaly ending is. I've never done it before, but I want to get to the anomaly ending so that we can get onto a grav ship. Because all the other endings, I believe, well, not all the other endings, but most of the other endings, I should be able to get on a grav ship. And so, if I can just finish Anomaly, that'll be out of the way, and then we can fly to the ship, the Escape to the Stars ending with the ship, and then we can also start training somebody up to be a a royalty person. I usually don't have them, as I don't have any royalty people because they are absolutely useless in everything they do, and I hate that. So I don't like having useless colonists. It makes me sad. But we could start that up and then send them off to the stars with the royals, because that's also an ending. And as far as I know, the endings don't actually end the game. I think you have to send at least one person with that ending out to the stars, and that's like how you conclude the ending. But you can leave people behind, evidently, and with those people left behind, you can continue playing. So we will probably lose some colonists along the way. We'll just send our like worst colonist out for each ending and hopefully get all the endings. You know, we can go to the mech hive and shut that off, getting rid of all mechanoids in the game. We can do the anomaly ending, which I think can get rid of all the anomalies in the game, which honestly probably wouldn't be a good thing. I might go for the other, but I can't really go for the other anomaly ending, because the other anomaly ending does other bad things. But like, how am I supposed to get shards if... Oh wait, no, you can reverse the negative effects of the anomaly ending. Okay, so I looked into the anomaly ending a while ago. And if I remember correctly, which it has been a while, I believe you can actually reverse the inhumanization of the anomaly ending bonus by hitting them with the mind reset thing. It might leave them with some negatives, I don't remember. Once again, we could always just throw that onto a random person, I think. I mean, it might have to be on the person that's been doing all the anomaly research, so that would be Void, which would suck, because he's like our main researcher. But at the very least, we could try to throw the inhumanization of it onto a random person and then throw them away, because I'd still want Anomaly to be going, so I could get more shards, so I could get more ghouls, because our ghouls are kind of our main thing. Because if there are no more anomaly things going on, then we wouldn't be able to get twisted meat and bioferrite for making ghoul resurrection serums, so even the ghouls we have would end up dying eventually, and then we wouldn't be able to get more shards in order to get more ghouls in general, which would suck. So I don't think we can shut off the anomaly ending entirely. We might need to go with the other option, but I do want to reach the ending of it, and it's one ending that we're already making progress on. So if we get on like a grav ship and leave, it'll reset our progress on that, which would kind of suck. So yeah. Although I guess it wouldn't fully reset it. Maybe we don't have to go for the anomaly ending first, because the only progress that we're making long-term on the anomaly ending is we're getting more in the codex. And so as long as we do not reset the codex, which I don't think we can, we would end up seeing all these different things. So yeah, we could probably go for grav ship first and go for the other endings before the anomaly one. It's very possible. But I don't know. For now, we're stuck just where we are. We probably aren't going to be getting a grav ship and any endings until we have full recon armor and bionics and charge rifles and actually, you know, more well-rounded colonists that can do more things. You know, we need at least somebody who can mine probably. More genetics. We need to get our ghouls to be genetically perfect. So we still have a lot of things to do before we can really start going towards endings, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I'll look into the anomaly ending again and see if we can just reverse the negative effects of it, or, or what. I don't know. So I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.